Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Still playing Final Fantasy Premier Draft. Maybe I'll draft something other than Izzet so I can win a game this time. I mean, I'll try to draft whatever's open. And I don't mean to say the Izzet deck is bad. I just have had bad results with it. I mentioned that I did some practice drafts before the set came out with a friend, or sealed, I guess. And I played an Izzet deck twice, and it was insane, you know. But my results in the real set with Izzet have been poor so far. That's not going to stop me from taking Cerberus, though. This card is very powerful if it lives. And if it doesn't, you know, it's a 4-mana card that surveilled and drew removal from them. I think you have to take Cerberus here. It's really insane to get to copy something twice. And even copying something once as well as getting to trade off is good. So, I mean, I think we take that. You could maybe argue for Chocobo Racetrack or White Auracite here. I would love to wheel Prompto Argentum, I guess. That would be very nice. Goes with this sort of instant or sorcery thing. I will take Shantoto Tactician Magician. I'm going straight back to the well to lose another Izzet draft. Great. Okay. Sure. I just can't help myself. This doesn't really do anything. I would be happy to wheel Call the Mountain Chocobo. I mean, Shantoto is more powerful than Ultimecia, I think. Anyway, even ignoring the fact that I already have a red card that cares about the same things Shantoto cares about. So this is an obvious choice. If I didn't have this red card, maybe you could argue for Battle Menu just because it's so flexible, but I think it would be better to take Shantoto. Shiva. Very good card. What are you? This is some, constructed thing? Maybe Commander? Yeah, you need 1,000,000 towns, and in, every color. So, I mean, you could take the land, but I think that's crazy to take over Shiva. Who are you? Oh, Queen Brawny? Sure. It's prowess and it makes wizards. 3-mana 2/1 is a bit of a bummer, obviously. But it's a must-address threat somehow or other. If you can, afford to attack with it, and then they block, and you're like, shock your thing. Now I'm gonna be able to attack with this another time. It's a real problem for them. If you just have no interaction, this is pretty bad. But don't do that, I guess, is the answer I would give. This is an interesting choice. I think Blitzball is probably best. Maybe this ring is even better. You know what? It costs 4. It's a non-creature spell that costs 4 or more. And it ramps a lot, which I feel like a red-blue deck is going to want a bunch of draw style effects. So I'll take it. I haven't tried this yet. I think it's probably a worse card than Dragoon's Wyvern, but it might be better in this deck. Who are you? Teferi, Maid of Zalfir. I don't know this card. 5-mana 3/4 flash. Your creatures have flash. Your opponents can't use instants. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't seem all that good. I think it's just, Raise the Chocobo is pretty powerful. The Final Days is pretty powerful, maybe? I'm sort of inclined to just take an Ice Fawn, though. Yeah. Ooh, these are both great. They're both 4-mana non-creature spells that flash back for 6. So the question is, which one do I want? I think the answer is not Chocobos, because I'm not playing red and green. Counterspell's nice. Oh, light up the stage, though? Removal? Most of my stuff so far is sorcery speed. Makes the counterspell a bit worse. I don't have any draw yet. You know what? Let's take light up the stage. Ooh. Capital City is great, and so is Red Mage's Rapier. Well, no, Red Mage's Rapier is just fine, but it's quite good in this deck. Capital City is just lovely. It's a colorless land you can cycle, and you can filter mana into any color for the cost of 1 mana. I'll take Haste Magic, I guess? I'm supposed to take a defensive creature, I think. And a land. Ifrit would be fine, but land. Yum, yum, yum. I don't think I need another Ice Flan or an item shop keep, really. Just some clunky removal could be better than the other choices. Bad 2-drops better than nothing, I guess. Who are you? Yawgmoth. Okay. I think it's another Shantoto over this guy, but I mean, this is so powerful. But I mean, it costs 5. I want something that costs 3. It's maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. I had this card in one draft and it just didn't, in my last Izzet draft, and it never did anything. I think Shantoto does enough, and for 2 less mana, you have to just go for it. Why is this white card red, you jerks? Alright. Saja's Chocobo is very good. Chocobo. Realms Sketching. Certainly powerful. I guess I'll take it. I have things I'd like to copy. They might have things I need to copy. Seems like the way to go. I don't think I want any of this. I guess the Prima Vista is a... You know, it says on it, non-creature spell that costs 4 or more. I guess I should take it. I don't think I'm dying for Laughing Mad. Or a second Ice Flan. Flan? I don't know how you say that guy's name. Or why they're called Flans at all, for that matter. Oh, has to be Ice Magic. I would love to wheel Sahagin. Whatever it is. Even wheeling Blitzball would probably be okay, although if I already have the ring, maybe I don't want a Blitzball. Perfectly happy, maybe even thrilled to get a Magic Damper to protect the Shantotos. And the Cerberus, I guess. What we're light on right now is removal, right? It's literally just Ice Magic? Yikes. Okay. Wish granted. Oh, but... oh, it's draw. No, there's Lunatic Pandora. That's also removal. But... this is a draw spell. I think I want a burn spell more. Oh. I think I'm a fire magic gamer today. Such a great answer for aggro. And Shantoto is a 0/4. Like, you can't kill it with fire magic, no matter how hard you try. My early game sucks, and all my creatures have huge booties. This is the greatest fire magic I've ever seen. I usually just pass it because, like, it kills your own creatures too, but this deck really wants it. Sabotender sucks, I guess, for that, but... I'll just take a junky 2-drop. Or, I mean, it could be this, just for light up the stage purposes. I think that's pretty silly. It has reach. You know what? Give me another Sabotender. Okay, big old blue-green wizard Wield. So we can play both if we want. I actually think I'll take a gold saucer over like a rook turret or a second Sabotender. If I end up with enough colored sources, this is just a way to spend spare mana, I guess. I don't think I want to play Blitzball. In case I need to splash something, let's take World Map. Got an item shop keep anyway. My win rate with blue-red decks so far is 2 and 6. So I'm going to need quite a good run to get back to average. Plenty of non-creature spells. Not sure how many of these I can actually run, but I mean, I guess I have to... The answer has to be just about all of them. Because if I start... Well, I don't know. Because this guy likes every non-creature spell, right? Magic Pot. I don't think we're doing that. It is a big booty creature that gives you a treasure. In best of 3, it could even be a sideboard card to hate against graveyards, but I don't think you're supposed to main deck it. Sleep Magic is a nice pickup. Just put something to sleep and don't worry about it for a while. Second choice would be the Dragoon's Wyvern, but we're not taking that. Choco Comet, what are you? Muldrotho. Someone played this against me once. That was pretty sick. We're not playing it, though. Yeah, Choco Comet is excellent. Just what the doctor ordered. Nice 2-for-1 that's also a removal spell, or a non-creature spell that can cost 4 or more. I have the gold saucer. Win every coin toss? My artifact count is pretty thin, though. Like, how badly do you want a 6-mana 4/5? Not that badly. I think I just want another Queen Brawny. Red Mage's Rapier is fine, but... Another fire magic. I think it has to be. I mean, this could wheel. People don't always want it. And then I could take card draw. But I think I just want all the fire magic. Do I want to syncopate? I think over another realm sketching, that's probably better. It's a really powerful card, but just some more interaction, I think. More burn over a Blitzball. I don't know, do you call it burn if it can't go face? That's something I've never quite understood. It is damage-based removal. Is it burn? I don't think it is. I don't think I'm playing Blitzball. Well, maybe I am. I don't know. I have very little equipment. A 2-mana 2/2 is just not exciting. I have literally 0 equipments. This will make Sabotenders better or something, I guess. I don't know. which helps with light up the stage. Also, Queen Brawny, when she's a 4/1, if I have to actually let her into combat, that could be kind of an advantage. I don't think I want any of this. Like, nobody lives long enough to cast Triple Triad. There's a reason you haven't seen that on this channel yet. No one has cast it against me because you just can't put it in your deck. Oh. Nice 2-mana thing that loves non-creature spells. Okay, I think we can pitch the Lunatic Pandora now. Ended up with enough decent removal that I don't need to run junk. The Red Mage's Rapiers and the Sabotenders are a little bit like anti-synergy with Fire Magic. But I think if I have one of them on board and I want to use Fire Magic, I can just like trade the creature first and it's fine. I don't know. Take a land. Nobody. I'm never going to want this in a constructed game, so maybe I want 4 Black Mage's Rods. I don't know. I don't even play constructed, but if I did, I would play more Black Mage's Rods than Red-White Talons. What was that last card we got? A green-black something, maybe? Yeah, that's a pretty decent card. So clearly no one in this pod was playing green-black. We didn't wheel the coin toss genius. Don't think I need an Ice Flan. So the question is, do I still run the Gold Saucer? I don't have any like artifact synergies. I hope I'm not going to be stuck with like no mana or nothing to do with my mana and just decide, oh, I want to use it to try to get a treasure. Like spend 3 mana to get a treasure half the time. I think it's more important to just make sure I can hit my colored costs. Like Choco Comet and Shantoto. If one of my lands, if I have like Gold Saucer and 2 islands, I'm going to cry, right? So get that out of here. Plenty of instants and sorceries. World map can go. This Scorpion is not a great card, but it's really good against early aggro. I have a newfound appreciation for haste magic. It's hard to get every part of the buffalo, right? You need like to play a creature and then give it haste and attack with it and be able to play the card that it draws you to get everything. And if you can do that, it's really good. But just as like a combat trick that sort of draws you a card, it's playable. And if you cast it on their turn, as I discovered in my last video, you can still play the card until your next end step. So next turn. So it could be okay. But I think it is probably one of the weaker spots of the deck. The Shopkeep is even worse than the Sabotender. There's not really much in the format that just does 1 damage. So this is about as good as a 2/2, except it pings the opponent and has reach. You know, yes, there are hero tokens all over the place, but they're usually equipped and have at least 2 power, right? Like, what's an equipment that doesn't give extra power to a hero token? Even like the White Mage's staff has +1/+1. So I don't know. I think a 2/1's actually secretly not terrible. The Fire Magic is an anti-synergy, obviously. But I think it's important to have some 2 mana plays. So keep this for now. It also works with A Promise Fulfilled, of course. This being a 2/1, I guess it isn't a problem with Fire Magic because it has prowess. So if you Fire Magic for 1, it becomes a 3/2 first. If you want to Fire Magic for 2, we have another problem, but obviously we're playing this. Side quest play Blitzball, I mean, not my favorite card. I don't think I want it. if you make a robot token and copy it, it is a 3/3. It's not a 0/0 with 3 counters. You do get a 3/3. Okay, so fine. Not that that's what I'm excited to take. Like, I'm not excited to copy a robot token with this, but just making sure it would actually work if I did. Call the Mountain Chocobo is fine. So I have a lot of non-creature spells that cost 4 or more. I don't know that the Prima Vista is really what I need. I had 7 creatures in my last deck. This time I have 10. That's more, I guess. Oh, how do I remove any of this? It's got to be some of the stuff down here. The okay, haste magic, fine, that can go. I have plenty of instants, so Syncopate should actually be pretty decent. Maybe Realm Sketching? Like, I don't actually have that much that I want to copy. A lot of it is legendary, right? Like, yeah, if you could have a Cerberus get to step 2 and then copy the Cerberus, which lets you copy another thing, that would be pretty sick. But other than that, there's not that much in my deck that I want to copy. Copying Shiva's good, but not, like, insane. I mean, it is very good. But it's not, like, it's like one of 2 cards in my whole deck that I want to copy. So I don't think we should run it. I could cut some of the early little creatures that don't do anything. Like the Sabotenders are vulnerable to fire magic. Maybe one of these guys? I don't know. I don't want to cut any more of my 2s, because I do actually need some early game. I'm thinking it should probably be called the Mountain Chocobo, but I really like mana. Yeah, I guess I'll cut Retrieve the Esper. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be Ring of the Lucie, I guess. Because this gives you 2 mana. It's called the Mountain Chocobo, only gives you 1, but it also gives you a token, like a creature token. And this thing's ability to like tap something down is probably worse than a Chocobo. I don't know. You get to cast the Mountain Chocobo twice. Okay. I definitely could... Oh, is the mana base any good? Yeah, more red than blue, but otherwise equal seems good to me. I could believe that this is a bad... Oh, I have my daily quests on this account are 2 750s, so I don't think I really need to reroll. Although I think one of them is green and white. Ender 245, the Mighty. Ender of the famous game? I don't know. Okay, I guess. Fire Magic is a good enough early game card that I can keep a monocolored hand. And it has Shantoto, so that once we do actually hit an island, we can do some real stuff. Also, Queen Brawny is just playable on 3. black and white. My hand! Okay. I think they should take Queen Brawny. This is a sorcery, right? Yeah. But then I'll top deck an island and they'll feel stupid. Got him? Question mark? Oh, I'm stupid! This has landfall. It would have done 1 damage to them, and then I could cast Light Up the Stage for 1. I was thinking this had, like, it would react to non-creature spells, but it reacts to lands. Well, there goes Shiva, I guess. No, I could draw an island and cast Shiva, I guess. But then I'm missing the mountain. It turns out it would have worked better to not have played the... No, I guess I still would want to. Okay. I don't have a great way to deal with this. But, I mean, I guess I just block. Do I block here? No. Because this is doing damage to them just when I play lands. Alright, well, see you later, Shiva. Doesn't cost any mana, right? Yeah. So if I attack, they can block sacking here. I could then Fire Magic for 3 and finish their whole board off? Do they want that? Probably. Fire Magic for 3 mana and 2 damage is what I mean, of course. Well, I'm going to run out the Shantoto. Hope nothing too bad happens to it. They only have 2 cards, but they are black-white. This puts it in your hand, right? Yes, they could, like, crack it for, okay. That's brave? Maybe? Uh-huh. It has trample. I might just go Fire Magic for 3. Especially if I have 2 of them. It's tapped. Oh, but it gets a counter. I see. I see. Okay. That's getting quite large, and I would appreciate some ice magic or something. This only does 6, huh? Well, they can eat the ramen and hit me for 8. It's kind of exciting. I could just be dead. Or eat a treasure. Oh boy. I've made fun of this train, but, you know, in a black-white deck that makes a lot of junk, sure is something. 8/8. So I can make a 5/5, which isn't enough if I attack with Shantoto. If I double block... This threatens to attack for 9. I can do 6 to it and block, but they'll trample over for lethal anyway. Wow. It's a pretty cool card. But I clearly can't attack, or I'm just dead face up. So I have to lose Shantoto. And it's not clear what my follow-up could be. How am I killing... I mean, Ice Magic, right? That's what is going to have to win this game, somehow. Also, very rude of them to keep winning flips. I don't think any of this wins, right? I just die. I can only Choco Comet for 4. This does 6, which is less than 10. I can assemble 4 power worth... No, only 3 power, because the fire magic would kill the token. Well, I think the responsible thing to do is this. I mean, they definitely made my fire magic bad as well. Maybe I needed to hold up the Light of Judgment instead on that. But then, like, if I don't cast it, I'm just kind of accomplishing nothing. And they're doing stuff? I don't know. Der Berg Doctor? This is another mono red hand, but I think also keepable. Beaver time. The beaver has located a Hectize. Choco Comet for 0 does not seem like a good deal. Just 2 mana for, I mean, it's an instant. I could do it anyway, I suppose, but... Sure. Okay, Choco Comet for 1 is playable, although I think Brawny is better. They're just casting Marlboro on 4? What the hell? Who said you could do that? Yeah. Okay, I found an island. You go away. Attack. I suppose if they want to chump, they can. Oh, this is a sorcery. I thought for some reason it was an instant. I was debating whether I should Choco Comet this for 1 before blocks and decided no, but it's actually illegal, so I won't. I will kill it. They're going to have some reason to use that, and I want to get my mana spent on something useful. I guess it comes out the same. By doing it after attacks, I got the red mage trigger to do 1 damage to them. If I'd done it before attacks, I wouldn't have a red mage or black mage yet, but I would have done 1 more damage with the prowess. Alright, that's fine. That is not fine. Who puts these cards in this game? Just gonna make a 5/5 Queen Brawny with haste, menace, and lifelink? I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man. Just play an 8 mana rare, turn 6 on the play. If I had, I mean, there are cards in my deck that could answer this, but after it's resolved, I really need a miracle. Right, like I could counterspell it. That would be sick. Maybe they're going to concede? I don't see them mousing over stuff in anybody's graveyard even. No, there it is. Okay. Yeah, they chose Queen Brawny, of course. Yeah. I only have 5 mana, so... I guess I have to hold the birds back. Like, it's too much to ask that I attack with the birds and they block. That's never happening. But I like... If I just let them have this, there's nothing I can draw that... Like, Light of Judgment is too late. Shiva is too late. Everything loses. I have... Okay, I'm just going to play for them to be a moron and block here. Incredible. Okay, see ya. I do sort of hate this game. Today, at least. There's no justice in this world. I mean, I also kept a sort of dubious hand. I didn't get to deploy my blue cards quickly. I think I had a bad turn 2. I mean, I could have put more pressure on them. But this isn't a deck that does that much pressure-wise. Is it? I don't know. Okay, we're against a Titus gamer. I always called him Titus when I played. It was like, Final Fantasy X was, I think, the first voiced Final Fantasy game. And I've mentioned in a previous video that, like, a bunch of pronunciation things finally had an authoritative answer and you couldn't argue about it at the playground anymore. I mean, I was too old for a playground even when I played 7, but... you know, like Chocobo, right, for example. I guess just run this out. What is this? Okay, wow, land cycling, fine. And Final Fantasy X, you know, the main character, it's a voiced game. They all talk to each other, right? But it still kind of paid attention to the old tradition of allowing you to rename your characters. At least you could rename the main character. And... but they didn't have voice lines for every made-up name you could invent, right? Obviously. And so they solved that by just having the other characters in the game refer to each other by name, right? Yuna, Auron, etc. But they always just refer to the main character by some other reference. Oh, that, you know, my guardian, the blitzball player, or whatever. This is unpleasant. I wish I could syncopate it, but I can't. And so the name, how to pronounce Titus's name was not resolved until 10.2 when they decided they shouldn't let you rename him after all. Because he wasn't a playable character anymore, and the characters just talked about him in the past. Wow. What is this? Draw a card and then pitch something with flashback. Pretty cool. Enters or attacks. I mean, I'm still in this. I don't like feel like I'm in great shape, but I could win. That is a really bad draw. Go. They just have so much mana. And they're getting cards for free by drawing something and then discarding a flashback card. Like, this deck isn't bad, right? Fire Magic has sucked every game, but it's not a bad card. Okay, I will not tolerate a Genova. Finally something I can counter. And like, if I just draw a land, I'm feeling pretty good, actually. An untapped land. Yeah, that's annoying. That makes it a lot worse. These draws are so bad. I have unplayable 1-mana spells and a bunch of 5s. Nothing else with flashback you'd like to discard, huh? Sure. Fine. Okay. I mean, this is scary, but maybe I can find something to deal with it. 7 power, huh? I think we start with Shiva, actually. Are you, like, I just don't know, man. And then of all these choices, well, they're all pretty good, honestly. You know what? It came in without any counters on it. So I guess there's that going for me. I can ice magic it as well. But I can't stop Sin. It's Spira's judgment, man. Punishment? Nothing you can do about it. It's just going to keep punishing you. When it enters or attacks. Okay, so it won't do that next turn, at least. I see. They're going to try to get something good in the yard, I guess. Just a bunch of junk. Alright, I gotta be mana efficient to kill this. Stop them drawing. Ice magicking my own Shiva looks like a recipe for disaster. Well, I mean, yeah, it is. Okay, this does 6, this does 1. I'm still at 18. I have Ice Magic. The problem is they have a million cards. This is not fair. do? They can hit me for 11 if I do nothing. Well, if I just bounce this. I guess I could Blizzaga the diamond weapon. But that costs 8, and I only have 7. So I could kill this, take 11, Blizzaga the diamond weapon, and then die. There's just no out, right? So let's ice magic this. What do I have that deals with diamond weapons still? Do I have another sleep magic? No. There's literally nothing. So all I can do is like draw light up the stage into multiple chump blockers maybe? I guess I could take 11 and try to draw... No. I couldn't combine damage. Okay, yeah, well. That's a 4-4, I guess. Okay. Can't win a game. It's a fine deck, isn't it? Like, what are these other people playing? Are they in different draft pots than me? Am I just awful? At the beginning of the set, I thought I was pretty okay with those starting off with 2 6s. This looks okay to me, a little heavy. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a lot of early game removal, or early game proactive plays. I was counting on Fire Magic to deal with the aggro decks. But then I ran into, like... They're not aggro decks, right? They were kind of mid-rangey. Just green-black value denial and value generation. Yeah, a black deck, a green-black deck, and a green-black-blue deck is what 17 Lands says I played against. I was a lot more, you know, catering to white and red, and I didn't see any of it. And they just had way more value than I did. I mean, I could have had more value. But I never drew, like, early game plays. I had mana problems every game. That's one thing. Despite a perfectly reasonable mana base. Didn't mulligan enough. Too many 5s. This card did suck. If it had been anything else, it would have been better. Even Ice Flan. Another Sabotender? I don't know. If it had been Side Quest Play Blitzball, it would not have been very good. So there's that. But it would have been better. I could have cast it at least. Wouldn't have won any games. Alright, I'm going to go uninstall and jump off a cliff. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.